Hey, what's going on, guys? Doing a review for you on this YYR wall-mounted tool organizer here. I was excited to get this because I had my tools sitting around in totes and stuff all over the place. I wanted to get them up out of the totes and organized in a way that was usable for me. I'm so happy about having this one because the pegboard, a lot of times, it's not made for heavier tools. So you hang up some of your heavier stuff and they start to crack open. So I got a couple spots in my pegboard where the pegboard actually broke from having things hung up on it that was too heavy. So I want to walk you through just the installation and assembly process and just everything about this thing. Overall, there's only one thing that I think could have been a little better, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I'll start with all the things that I do like about it. See in the installation portion, but the mounting holes are actually 32 inches, so it's really easy for standard construction to be able to mount this thing right to the walls or to the studs if you have your standard 16 on center studs in your walls. You'll see that I actually mounted the piece of 2x4 back here and mounted it on there because the studs in my walls didn't quite exactly fall 16 on center. Normal situation, you won't have to do that part, but that makes it really easy. I love that it has so many slots for drills. I don't have enough drills to fill it up. And I'm still unpacking tools to try to get everything in here. But, I mean, it seems nice and sturdy. All this stuff was in the tote and I just came and dropped it on there. And it didn't seem to bother it, budge, anything. I was a little concerned because it had hinge shelves for shipping purposes. They came folded up and they unfold for assembly. So I was worried that they were going to be weak. But I dropped this tote on here and started unloading all the tools, and this thing seems really strong and sturdy. So I was really surprised at the metal quality and metal strength. Then it has these little side parts here. So this is for screwdrivers. One down here on the end, I have my caulk gun hanging from it now, but that's a hole for hammers or whatever. But so anyway, the assembly part of this is the one thing that I think could use some improvement. And really, it's not the assembly of this itself, it's the instructions for the assembly. They're a little confusing, especially when it came to putting on the screwdriver holder and the hammer holder there on the side. It did take me a little minute to figure out exactly how to do it, but they just kind of wedge and pinch between the shelf plate and the frame, and it just sandwiches in the middle there and holds on. So really, that was it for that. As far as installing it to the wall, I went and grabbed cabinet screws just because that's typically what I use for anything. I like that they have the wider heads on them, so it just makes it easier to hold on, and I trust them. But it did come with a full hardware kit, including the screws and a couple of anchors. So if you are mounting it to drywall, you can go ahead and do that. But it just really holds a ton of stuff, and I'm really impressed with it. I'm happy to have it, and I think it's definitely worth the money.